Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. It's Sarah and happy day 7, the final day of the reading rush. It's so sad that it's over, but I am so happy with the progress that I have made for this readathon and the fact that I was able to do all of the challenges, video and photo challenges, and be able to complete as many books as I did. I'm just really happy about that. So just a little tiny reading update for you just before we get into the challenges. I didn't read anything more of Say You'll Remember Me past what I listened to yesterday, which was about 19 pages, but I did watch the rest of the Harry Potter movies, and so I got through Harry Potter Deathly Hallows Part 1 and 2, so I was able to complete that challenge and fulfill the badge for reading and then watching a book to movie adaptation. So yay, I got that badge. So it is actually really early in the morning, or relatively early in the morning, so the day is not done yet. So I have the rest of the day. If I buckle down and I'm able to, I have 2 more books that I need to complete, which is Say You'll Remember Me by Katie McGarry and Cinder by Marissa Meyer. So I have those 2 books, but they're both audiobooks, so those should take me like no time at all to finish. I just gotta make sure that I do, and then I'll be able to collect even more badges and be able to say that I conquered the reading rush. So on to the challenge. This was brought to us by Ariel and Raylene, the amazing creators of the reading rush. So this challenge isn't really the typical challenge that, you know, you do something, it's physical. It's more of a discussion. So this discussion challenge that we have before us is to talk about our favorite book recommendations, our best book recommendations. And so y'all, pull out your comfy blankets and settle in because it is story time. So I was about 14 and I still do to this day, I love musicals, and I was a part of the theater department and as well as the choral department. But this is where I got to meet some amazing people, namely Jessica. So Jessica introduced me to the world of YA, and at that point I had no idea what YA was. Even at that point, I didn't even know what YA was. I didn't know what teens were reading. I was out of the loop. I was still reading more middle grade stuff at that point. But then she introduced me to a couple of books that really opened my eyes and led me into this amazing future. So there were 3 book recommendations, 2 of which are classic YA, I would say, or at least classic YA authors, and then the other one isn't necessarily YA, but it does have like fairy tale tropes to it. I don't remember the order in which he introduced me to these stories, but the first one I'm going to talk about is the one that's not YA, and that was The Princess Bride. So I absolutely loved this movie growing up. I loved it, and I remember talking to her about this, and she's like, well, have you read the book? And I was like, no, I didn't know it was a book, first of all. Second of all, that sounds amazing. I would read it in a heartbeat. So I went to the school library and they had it there, so I got it, and it took me a second to really get into it, but once I did, oh my goodness gracious, did I devour that story. So that was one of the books that she chose for me that changed my life. So the next one that she introduced me to, again, opened my eyes to a world of YA and possibilities, and that was A Great and Terrible Beauty by Libba Bray. So this introduced me to historical fiction YA in also like fantasy worlds, and I love this story so much. So I have reread this story, this one. I haven't read Rebel Angels or The Sweet Far Thing. I had to look and make sure I was saying it right. I haven't read those two yet. Those are the second and third in this series. I really want to, I just haven't yet. But I do love this story so much. It's so intriguing and mysterious, and so I absolutely loved it, and it really introduced me into YA. Sorry my lighting, just like the sun decided to pop in and say hi, I guess. And there it goes. So then the other book that she introduced me to is a classic YA author, and that is Tithe by Holly Black. I remember absolutely nothing about this story. Again, it's been so long. I need to do a reread of this and then continue with the series. I do want to do that because I remember loving this so much. So it's about fairies and a girl that is a human, and she travels to a fairy world, I think is what it is. I'm not 100% sure, but I do remember loving this one so much. So those are the books that Jessica introduced me to the world of YA and the world of just reading for fun, not for an assignment, not for a grade, not for a special prize or anything like that. Just reading for yourself and reading for the enjoyment of having a book right in front of you and going off into a new adventure and finding characters you relate to and love and just want to protect with your whole heart. So for that, I humbly thank Jessica and all of those that have really been along with me on this journey. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like this video, comment down below, let me know what are some of your favorite books that you would recommend to someone who just wants to read something. If it is something that you love, absolutely love and adore, please let me know down below, and I will definitely find a way to read it and let you know what I think. So again, thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, happy reading and happy rushing. Bye guys.